Bonsai. Good morning, grinders, cobras, Miyagi-Dos, Miyagi-Fangs, Eagle-Fangs, Eagle-Doos, and any and everybody else out there. Welcome to Monday. Good news is I'm up. I'm going to start working out. Bad news is we didn't get to meet Booker T this weekend. We only got to go on Friday, and he never seemed to show up on Friday. So, it is what it is. But anyway, we're not talking about Booker T today. We're talking about the eighth wonder of the world, Chyna. So, gonna pop the buds in and just commence to grinding. And we'll talk about Chyna. Yeah. Bonsai. Okay, I thought I'd do something a little bit different this morning. And since you've seen the workout a number of times, I thought I'd just go ahead and put in some riding footage. So this is me on my way to work and back home. I love riding the Riker. I'm really enjoying it. School has started back up here again, so that's why there is so much traffic and a lot of stop and go. But don't worry, I have sped it up considerably. So that's why everything looks like it's zooming by so fast. But anyway, today we are talking about the eighth wonder of the world, Chyna. Born Joan or Joni Lawler back in 1969. Chyna really broke a mold when she came on the scene. You know, she started out as sort of a bodybuilder because she really enjoyed going to the gym. I think that's where she first found her peace. And she wanted to get into wrestling early on. And she made quite the impact. Unfortunately, we did lose her back in 2016 to an overdose. And like many wrestlers, she had a problem with substances, you know, I think to deal with the pain. But in Joni's case, I think it was both mental and physical pain. So let's talk about her early life for a while. She was, I'm pretty sure she was born in Florida. And I know she spent a lot of time in Tampa. And she got into bodybuilding pretty early on. And from that, somehow she got connected with Killer Kowalski's wrestling school. And so she learned how to wrestle with him. She practiced and trained with the men. Because, you know, she was larger than a lot of than almost all of the females. You know, there's been female bodybuilders for a long time now, even before Joni's time, but they really haven't been in wrestling for some reason, because generally if they're dedicated to bodybuilding, that requires so much discipline and everything that they don't have time for the wrestling. And it is a different thing. Recently, you might have heard The Rock say that, you know, he's not in ring shape because what they have to do, that is so cardio-centric, what they do in the ring. It's not just muscles. So, but anyway, she got to have her first match early on, I think in the early 90s. And she fell under the Fabulous Moolah, which some people have some negative things to say, that Moolah really drained. You know, she really used and abused people. But anyway, she got the attention of Triple H. And they pulled her in, and her first role was as a bodyguard for Triple H and DX. And, you know, this was something different because she was a large, intimidating woman, and nobody had ever seen that before. And then the whole DX thing came around, and, you know, they just exploded. Joni actually got to enter the one of the Royal Rumbles, And she lasted for quite a while in there and did a great job. She actually wrestled men, which is something they no longer allow, at least currently in the WWE. I don't know why. There's some big strict rule against it. But as part of DX, she also met X-Pac, and I think that was a toxic relationship for her. She ended up leaving WWE, and there's some debate on this. WWE and Jim Ross say they made her a fair offer to re-sign her, but it wasn't what she wanted. So she ended up leaving. And honestly, I think part of it was, early on, her and Triple H, and this is just what the speculation is, they were in a relationship. But then Triple H started getting with Stephanie McMahon, the owner's daughter. And I think that kind of pushed Chyna out. And she ended up connecting with X-Pac, which, like I said, I think was a pretty toxic relationship for her. It didn't really work. And the drugs and substances really, really messed her up. And she passed. And just before that, a couple weeks before she passed, she actually did a convention. I don't remember where we were. It was probably, I think it was Cincinnati, but I can't remember for sure. But I've written a number of books, and I used to get tables at horror and pop conventions and try and sell my books. And one year, we were right across, kind of diagonal from Chyna, and I had told the guy, hey, I'd like to get a picture with her, but I got to watch my table. So she left early one day and came over and took a whole bunch of pictures and was so nice and kind talking to my wife and I. And they only charged us half price for the pictures, and that was great. I would have paid full price, but it was just great to meet her. And then 2 weeks later, she learned she had died. So I do want to say my brief encounter with her, she was just the nicest person. She really wanted to get into the WWE Hall of Fame, and she eventually did get her wish after she passed. So that's all I've got for right now. I could say more, but I'm running out of time. So Bonsai, have a great day, and we'll see you on Wednesday.